We are about 24 hours away from the 2025 NFL Draft, and significant rumors are dropping about what the Chicago Bears' plan could be next Thursday night, tomorrow Thursday night. What's going on, guys? I'm back with another Chicago Bears draft discussion video. The draft is tomorrow. Round 1 is going to be tomorrow. Rounds 2 and 3 are going to be Friday, and the rest of the rounds are going to be on Saturday. I'll be having a live stream on my YouTube channel, this channel right here, both tomorrow and on Friday as well, to give you guys my reaction to every single pick the Bears make in rounds 1 through 3. I'll also be having other Bears fan friends on my channel as well as content creators too, so it's going to be a fun time. I'll be having breakdown videos, individual breakdown videos of each pick the Bears make too later on each night. But yeah, talking about Thursday night, guys, round 1. There's been a lot of rumors dropping all of today on Twitter, okay? From every single source, from so many different people. People have been talking a lot today because the draft is only 24 hours away, less than 24 hours away by the time you're watching this video. And according to a lot of people, it seems like the Bears are going to be aggressive in round 1, okay? A lot of people think the Bears will be trying to trade up in round 1. So according to Pat Leonard, a reporter for the New York Giants, he said that league source texts Chicago Bears looking to move up. Another league source, 6 teams ahead of the Bears and number 10 are open to moving back. Then if you look at what Jordan Schultz said, he said that several teams picking in the top 10 are open to trading down. The challenge has been finding teams willing to move up per sources. From what I'm hearing, there isn't a strong push to trade up this year at the top, especially if it means giving up significant value that aligns with traditional trade charts. As one source put it, the current offers are 70 cents on the dollar. So it seems like plenty of teams wanting to move back, but not that many teams wanting to move up. So it is a buyer's market right now. You're probably going to be able to move up for cheaper than you usually would in any other draft because there's not as many blue chip prospects in this year's draft. And Bears reporter Dan Wieder also chimed in. He said that a day before the NFL draft, here's my interpretation of some of the increasing chatter, speculation, etc. The Bears don't feel they have as many eye-popping roster holes as typical 12-loss football teams. Their urge to add elite talent is real. Thus, shopping for potential ways to do so could offer an avenues to aggressively move up, so long as the cost makes sense. So a lot to unpack with that, but first of all, it does seem, according to reports, that the Chicago Bears are wanting to be aggressive in the draft this year, and it does make sense because they've been aggressive this entire offseason. This has been an offseason of win now moves for the first time, honestly, in Ryan Poles' tenure as Chicago Bears GM. He paid the top head coach on the marketplace. He got Ben Johnson, by far the top head coach on the marketplace, and the Chicago Bears usually never get the top head coach on the marketplace and pay him that much money. They paid Ben Johnson a lot of money. They also spent a lot of money in free agency on the offensive and defensive lines. They were so aggressive swinging trades, signing top big name players like Drew Dalman, like Grady Jarrett, and trading for Joe Thuney. I mean, it was a very, very aggressive offseason in that manner too. So it would only make sense that they would be aggressive in the NFL draft as well. And I think it's partly because they feel the pressure to start winning football games right now. The rebuild should be over at this point in time. We've been rebuilding for 3 years now under Ryan Poles, right? So the rebuild should be over. We've been trying to win games, but this year we should definitely start winning games with all the moves that we made. So I feel like Ryan Poles and Ben Johnson, for that matter too, feel like they want those blue chip elite players to really, make a huge difference on this team. They don't just want the, mediocre first round prospects that, maybe they could be good, maybe they could be bad, who knows, but there's just so few blue chip prospects in this year's draft where if you really feel like, you have the assets, the ammo to go up and get one of them, which the Chicago Bears definitely do have those assets, okay? They have 2 second-round picks. They have a third-round pick. They have a 5th-round pick, 2 7th-round picks too, and they have all their picks for next year as well. So they have easily enough draft capital to move up if they want to. If they truly think one of these guys like a Ashton Genty, like a Abdul Carter, like a Mason Graham is worth going up and getting, I'm not going to be mad at that approach because, again, I feel like the Chicago Bears truly need difference makers on this team. We have a lot of good to okay talent, but we could still add more elite premium talent at certain positions, like maybe running back, maybe offensive line, maybe defensive line. If you truly think there's a guy available there for the taking that's so much better than everybody else in this draft class, I'm going to trust Ryan Poles and Ben Johnson's judgment on that and trust their, trade up to get one of these guys if they do end up making that trade. Now, again, it's going to be cheaper this year to trade up than usual because there's not that many premium prospects and so many teams want to trade back. So if you have all these teams trying to trade back, there's going to be competition to trade back, which is going to make the Chicago Bears cost to go up and get a guy a lot cheaper. I do think we can get to maybe pick number 6, pick number 7 range only for a 3rd round pick. If you want to go to pick number 4, pick number 5 range, that's probably going to cost you one of the 2nd rounders, which, obviously would suck to give up on those 2nd rounders, but to go up that high, that's still not as high of a cost as usual. And if you want to go to pick number 2 or 3, which reportedly picks number 2 and 3 are also on the trade block. So if you give a good enough offer, I think you can go up there and get one of those picks, but that's probably going to cost you a 2026 1st round pick, which I know a lot of Bears fans might be opposed to doing that, but you'd probably only trade up that high to picks number 2 and 3 if you want Abdul Carter, which who knows, maybe that could be on the table, okay? If you really want to go up and be aggressive and get an Abdul Carter, by far the best pass rusher in the draft this year, and just create a monster D-line for Dennis Allen on this team, that would be a pretty exciting move, okay? It'd be similar to the Texans going up to get Will Anderson in the 2023 draft. They traded their next year's 1st round pick, and it worked wonders for them because they started winning football games immediately, and that pick ended up being a late 1st round pick anyways the following year. So, if you truly think that you're going to win a lot of games this year in 2025, then I would not be that mad at trading a future 1st round pick. It is risky though, really risky, because this team, again, only won 5 games last year. So there's still a lot of question marks about, if this team actually has what it takes to win games. And we have a new head coach coming in too. Even with how high I am on Ben Johnson, he's still an unproven head coach, right? So there's a lot of risk involved in doing that if you do so. But for Abdul Carter, man, I'd be pretty excited if the Chicago Bears did make that move, even if it is pretty risky. But talking about other players we could move up for, Ashton Jeanty, as much as I love him, trading a 2nd round pick to go up and get him at pick number 4, pick number 5 would be incredibly ballsy and risky as well, because then you have to be sure that Ashton Jeanty is a Hall of Fame, elite all-pro level talent, which I really think he has a potential to be that. He is a very special running back. He reminds me of LaDainian Tomlinson, with his running ability, his running style. He just breaks so many damn tackles. He would be so good for the Bears for so many years in a Chicago Bears uniform. Ben Johnson could get 1,400, 1,500 plus yards from scrimmage from him. Maybe in his rookie year, it would be so fantastic. But again, trading a 2nd round pick to get a running back would be a move that a lot of people probably would be criticizing. So I'm curious to hear, what would you guys think about that? If the Bears do trade up to get Ashton Jeanty and they trade away a 2nd round pick, how would you guys feel about that move? Personally, I'd be kind of 50-50 on it, because as you guys know, I'm a huge Ashton Jeanty fan, but trading a high second is a lot to give up for a running back who you're also drafting that high in the first place. So, ideally, if we do get Ashton Jeanty, I hope we only have to give a 3rd round pick, maybe a 5th round pick or something like that to move up a few spots rather than, trading a haul to get him. But regardless, if we do get Ashton Jeanty, I can't pretend I'm not going to be excited. I'd be excited either way, but it's just, again, a risky move to make. And the final guy I think we could trade up for is Mason Graham, interior defensive lineman Mason Graham from Michigan. There's a chance he could fall to pick number 10. I've been seeing mock drafts with him going at pick number 10, which seems absolutely insane to me. He is definitely a blue chip prospect in this year's class. You saw what he did, not just last year, but the year prior at Michigan in the national championship. He had such good moments, right? So Mason Graham is a stud. And if the Bears do want to secure him, maybe move to pick number 5, 6, 7 range, they could do that as well. Maybe trade a 2nd round pick, a 3rd round pick, and to go up to get a defensive tackle, a star defensive tackle, I'd be a little bit more okay with trading a 2nd round pick to get that position, because that's a more premium position. We'll see if they end up doing that. But yeah, huge fan of Mason Graham's game. If the Bears get him, I'd be very, very excited as well. Maybe they could move up for an offensive lineman too. Maybe Will Campbell, maybe Arvin Membu, but that doesn't seem very realistic at this point in time. It seems like Will Campbell is going number 4 to the Patriots. It seems like Armin Membu is, he's a right tackle, and the Bears don't need a right tackle at this point in time. So, I think those are the 3 guys we could trade up for. Ashton Jeanty, Mason Graham, potentially Abdul Carter if we get a little bit more aggressive than I think Ryan Poles even is going to be. But obviously these are just rumors at this point in time. It's very possible the Bears could just stay put at number 10, or they could even trade back. I tweeted about that. I said, watch after all these rumors going on, the Bears just end up trading back, which is totally possible. Okay, that could happen too. Nobody knows anything about what's going to happen in the draft tomorrow because this is such a weird class in that there's such little consensus at what's going to happen tomorrow in the top 10. We still haven't seen any trades yet in the first round this close to the draft starting. It's the first time that's happened, I believe, in the common draft era. I could be wrong about that, but either way, it's been a long time since no trade has happened yet, before the draft started, this close to the draft. So I'm sure you're going to see a lot of trades, a lot of movement. There's going to be crazy things happening, players that you had no idea we're going to go in the top 10. Maybe they could be going in the top 10 because, again, there's just so little blue chip prospects. The players from picks number, 10 to 50 honestly are ranked pretty similarly in a lot of people's boards. So it's like anything could happen tomorrow, and I'm honestly going to be happy either way for the most part, unless the Bears just make a crazy reach on like a Trevion Henderson or somebody at pick number 10. That I would definitely be mad about. But besides that or something else crazy happening, I'm going to be trusting Ben Johnson and Dennis Allen and Ryan Poles during this NFL draft because I just have a lot of faith in their coaching abilities, both Ben Johnson and Dennis Allen, and their abilities to guide Ryan Poles to hopefully making a pretty good pick in the first round. And Poles has been good in the first round anyways. He's only made 3 picks there, but like Darnell Wright was a good pick. Caleb was an easy pick, but that's going to turn out to be a good pick. Roma Dunze, although he didn't have a very productive rookie year, he's going to be a monster in Ben Johnson's offense. So Ryan Poles has had pretty good luck in the first round, but this is going to be a little bit of a harder pick because there's no surefire thing here, probably at pick number 10. So maybe you go up and get a surefire talent like an Ashton Jeanty, like a Mason Graham, like an Abdul Carter. But regardless, let me know what you guys think the Bears are going to do down below in the comments. 24 hours from the NFL draft, my official prediction is that the Bears will get Ashton Jeanty somehow. I'm hoping we don't have to trade up for him, but it seems like the Bears are head over heels in love with this running back out of Boise State, and with good reason, guys. I mean, I think he's a top 3, top 4 talent in the draft this year. Just such an amazing running back. He has such an amazing career at Boise State, especially last year too, one of the best seasons of all time. But let's see what actually ends up happening. Leave your comments down below. What do you guys think about these rumors? Do you guys believe them? Do you guys not believe them? Who do you guys think the Bears will draft tomorrow? Be sure to tune into my live stream both tomorrow and on Friday as well. As always, guys, bear down.